Welcome to my channel. In this video, we will have a preview about the semi-finals game between Jamshedpur FC and Kerala Blasters FC. The match is set to take place at Fatorda Stadium at 19:30 Indian Standard Time. The Blasters have qualified for the playoffs for the first time in 6 years. They finished fourth in the table with 34 points after 20 games. They come into this fixture with a 4-4 draw in their last game against the Gores. On the other hand, the Red Miners have qualified to the playoffs for the first time in their history. Not only that, Owen Coyle also made the Red Miners lift the ISL Shield for the first time. Jamshedpur FC are on a 7-game winning streak, which is the joint best in ISL history and the best in the club's history. Also, they have lost only one game in their last 11 games. They won their last game against the Mariners 1-0. Let us have a look at the head-to-head record. Both these sides have faced each other 10 times in the league. The Red Miners have got the better of the Blasters as they have won 3 games compared to the Tuskers' 1 game. 6 of the games have ended in a stalemate. These teams have faced 2 times in the league this season and Jamshedpur FC are undefeated. The first meeting ended in a 1-1 draw, whereas the reverse fixture resulted in a 3-0 win for Jamshedpur FC. Greg Stewart has a great record against the Blasters as he has scored 3 goals in 2 appearances against them. Let us have a look at the team news. The Blasters have an injury boost as Jeakson Singh is back for the game after the midfielder missed the last 4 games with an injury. Also, they will be delighted to have Khabra back from suspension after the right back missed the last 2 games with suspension. Long-term absentees Albino Gomez and Jessel Canario will also miss the game. As for Jamshedpur FC, Owen Coyle confirmed that there are a few injury concerns within his squad. Farooq and Komal are long-term absentees and will miss the game. Dinliana is a major doubt for the game after the young fullback sustained a shoulder injury in the final game of the season against the Mariners. Owen Coyle mentioned he will not take any risks with the injured players and mentioned he has enough quality players to maintain the standards of the team. Also, there are serious doubts about the availability of Boris Singh after the young winger sustained an injury in the last game of the season. Coyle also mentioned that Jitendra Singh played with a niggle in the last game, but he is expected to be fit for this game. Stewart and Chima had a few knocks in the last game but will surely play the game. They will be delighted to welcome Mobashir Rahman from suspension after the local midfielder missed the last 2 games with a suspension owing a red card. Let us have a look at the predicted lineups. Kerala Blasters are expected to make a wholesale of changes after they rotated their team in their last league stage game against the Gores. Ruava Homipam is set to return to the starting 11 in place of Sipovic. Homipam has been rock solid in the defense and his quality performances have earned him a place in the national team for the upcoming friendlies. Also suspended Khabra is set to return to the lineup in place of Sandeep Singh. Nishu Kumar will also be back in the lineup to start as the left back. Ayush Adhikari will pave way for the return of Jeakson Singh from injury. Also, star player Adrian Luna will be back replacing Rahul KP. Alvaro Vasquez will return in the striker role in place of Checho. Jorge Diaz will keep his place after the Argentine had a great outing last game, scoring a brace against the Gores. As for Jamshedpur FC, they will have a few changes. Len Dengal will start as the right winger replacing Boris Singh, who is injured. Also, Deenpuya will start as the right back if Dinliana is not fit enough to play for this game. Other than that, they are expected to go with the same team. Adrian Luna will be the key player for the Blasters. The Uruguayan midfielder has been a revelation this season and has been one of the best signings. He has scored 5 goals this season and has further added 7 assists. Also, Luna was a key player in his team winning the double last season in Australia, and the Blasters fans will be hoping he will help them win their maiden trophy. Greg Stewart will be the key player for Jamshedpur FC. Greg has been the best foreign player this season and has been a focal point for everything the Red Miners have done this season. The Scottish midfielder has provided 10 assists this season and has further scored 11 goals. Greg Stewart will keep his eyes set on the Golden Ball award as well and will hope his team to fire for the double this year. My prediction is the Red Miners will win the game 2-1.